Radio Lewes. Local webcasting for a worldwide audience.
You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters. Welcome to the slightly different radio show. I'm Nick Cooper, your antipathetic all-annualist, wishing you a very belated Happy New Year, which fits in well with this show, which is all about years. It's almost as if I planned it in advance. Now, usually I begin with a fast, noisy song, but instead, here are Georgian voices with Mravazahayama, which is a toast song wishing many years of life. That was Georgian voices with Mravazahayama, I hope I'm saying this correctly, which is a toast song wishing many years of life. As you might imagine, Georgian voices come from Georgia, not in the south of America, and according to their website, they never sing a song in an identical manner. The singers do not just know the songs by heart, they have them in their flesh and blood. Yeah, I've been in choirs like that. But that was quite a while ago.
Dreaming always brings
This was going to be the first song I played because it's fast and loud. The Yardbirds, happening 10 years' time ago. Next, we have folk duo Nicola Keary and Ian Carter, better known as Stick in the Wheel. Stick in the Wheel with 100,000 years. Though their origins are East London, I think that Stick in the Wheel may now live in Brighton and therefore count as a local band. But my dedicated team of researchers, who are mostly, indeed exclusively me, can neither confirm, deny or supply a useful link to the next song.
Take a look at your parents. If you do, you must agree that they're displaying all the symptoms of old age delinquency. They don't know what it means to rock. They go to bed at 10 o'clock. It figures that they're gonna knock these dangerous years. Believe you me, they're in a rut. Can't stand the way our hair is cut. They fix the blame on nothing but these dangerous years. What do they know? What do they know? They never heard a voice inside that cried out, go, 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 man, go. They don't approve of clothes we wear, and dolls in jeans still make them stare. But I guess they wish that they could share these dangerous years. jeans still make them stare, but I guess they wish that they could share the dangerous, so dangerous these dangerous years.
Embarrassingly, this is the second time that all-round entertainer Frankie Vaughan has appeared on this programme. I say embarrassingly because of the rather cheesy image and delivery that's now associated with him, but I'm unrepentant. Frankie Vaughan, these dangerous years. But whilst we're on cheesy, here's a years-related song performed by the heavy metal band whose biggest hit, the 17-minute-long Inagada Vida, has been both pillaged and parodied. Nevertheless, here is Iron Butterfly with Best Years of Our Lives.
Remember what it's like to best years of our life. When we laughed as life went by, those were the best years of our life. Best year, it's time to go now. Good time, forget sorrow. Best year, you better leave me, baby. Best year, come on. Summertime in the midnight morning, feeling man like a school child. Yeah.
I'm Butterfly with Best Years of Our Life. I Am Butterfly have been cited as influences on bands as diverse as Black Sabbath, Uriah Heep, Soundgarden, Rush and Mountain. So, not really that diverse then, but I'm not one to bear a grudge for sludge, and as a contrast to heavy metal, here's a bit of calypso.
Time's so hard you cannot deny that even salt, fish and rice I can hardly buy. Things so hard you cannot deny that even salt, fish and rice I can hardly buy. As the war declare with England and Germany, I can drink a little bit of milk in my tea, but I would plant provision and fix my affairs and let the war continue fighting 10,000 years. Before the war I was living nice, crushed potato with me bacon, stew, pork and rice. Toast bread with butter and jam, 7 eggs in the morning, big junk of ham. Today I living like a wandering bird. If I see the first or second, I can't find me third. I living by guess who have sympathy since the war declared with England and Germany. I am so hard pressed in this colony that the stores refuse to sell a suit of khaki. Me boot sole gone, it twist on the side. With all this prosecution, I must abide. If I have a cigarette, I can't find a match. I can't trim me hair, I wearing saddle patch. Me shirt on me back, it start turning green. Since the Hitler depression came and intervened. But I want a piece of land at Mount Hololo so I could plant me dashing pig and okra. I'm looking at this thing as a mortal sin. Condensed milk selling 14 cents a tin. I gon' give them a fall with me lime bush tea. And if they bring it $2, it don't worry me. I'm going to plant provision and fix my affairs and let the white people fight for 10,000 years. The only thing that's worrying me is the ship with the food on the open sea. Friends, they nearly killed this tiger with that arsenic sugar from the Marara. It appears as if we next door neighbor get bad. The Marara declare war on Trinidad, but I would plan provision and fix my affairs, and the people continue fighting for years.
Recorded in Trinidad in 1940, that was Let Them Fight for 10,000 Years, brought to you by Neville Marcano, better known as The Tiger, or my preferred title, Growling Tiger. Growling, or Mr. Tiger to you, was a former boxer who won the Trinidad Flyweight Championship in 1929. Growling Tiger began singing professionally in 1934, was recorded by Alan Lomax in 1962 and performed at the Newport Folk Festival in 1979. Pub quiz gold, I think you'll agree. People often ask me, or someone like me, did you die 4 years ago tonight?
You're standing on water without fear that you'll drown, in a room full of laughter, but it's bringing you down. Do you recognize faces of people that you knew? They are talking about you, what they say, is it true?
Did you die 4 years ago tonight? Somebody laughs, somebody cries. Did you die 4 years ago tonight? Somebody cries, somebody laughs.
Did you think they would miss you? Were you burned by the flames when they lined up to kiss you? Did you notice the change? Remember the favors you did for everyone? It seems they've forgotten all now that you've gone.
Did you die 4 years ago
back the people you used to call your friends. Arrange with the governor their happy times to end. Are you satisfied with what you've done? You've made them cry, now you can laugh. When they realize you were the one, will they still laugh? Or will they cry? They died 4 years ago tonight. Somebody laughed, somebody cried. They died 4 years ago tonight. Somebody cried, somebody laughed.
The Web with Did You Die 4 Years Ago Tonight? As is evident from this record, The Web were originally part of the British psychedelic scene in the late 60s and later metamorphosed into the prog rock band Samurai. That's as much as I'm allowed to tell you because Howlin' Wolf has a question.
How many more years have I got to let you dog me around? How many more years have I got to let you dog me around? I'd as soon rather be dead, sleeping 6 feet in the ground. I'm gonna fall on my knees. I'm gonna raise up my right hand. I'm gonna fall on my knees. I'm gonna raise up my right hand. Said I feel much better, darling, if you just only understand. I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna bring back down my clothes. I'm going upstairs. I'm gonna bring back down my clothes. Get 'em on. If anybody asks about me, just tell 'em I walked outdoors.
The inimitable Chester Arthur Burnett, better known as Howlin' Wolf, with How Many More Years? The musician and critic Cub Coda noted that no one could match Howlin' Wolf for the singular ability to rock the house down to the foundation while simultaneously scaring its patrons out of its wits. Sufficient to say, time to move on to the Roman Jasmine. 2016 album Blue Shuffle Heart, there was New Orleans' own The Roaming Jasmine with Lawyers. Now for a bit of contemporary classical with a touch of Shakespeare to give the slightly different radio show a spurious glitter of culture, or words to that effect. Michael Nyman and his band with 12 Years Since, which is taken from the 1990 soundtrack album of the film Prospero's Books. Spoiler alert, he drowns his books in the end. I was going to play the superior original version of this next song, but perversely, I'm going with the inferior but more obscure version of 2,000 Light Years from Home.
We're so worried, longing for
"2,000 Light Years from Home" has been covered by a surprising number of bands, but this is the 1968 version performed by the German band The Lovers. Now, it was 20 years ago today Sgt. Pepper taught the band to play. Not that it's bothered magazine.
himself, and the Ruby's contemplating his navel, and the Robles doing international gymnastics. 20 years ago, I used your soul.
Magazine with 20 years ago. Let's go even further back in time now. How about 4,000 years ago?
I was born about 4,000 years ago, and there's nothing in this world I do not know. I saw King Pharaoh's daughter finding Moses in the water. I can whip the man that says it wasn't so. I saw Satan when he searched the garden o'er. I saw even Adam driven from the door. While the apple they were eating in the bushes, I was peeping. I can prove that I'm the man that eat the core. Queen Elizabeth fell dead in love with me. We were married in Milwaukee secretly. Oh, I snuck around and shook her, and I went with General Hooker to find mosquitoes down in Tennessee. Well, I'm an uneducated man. I keep my brain within my head, I plan. Well, I've been on earth so long that I used to sing a song while Abraham and Isaac rushed the can. I saw Noah when he built his famous ark. I slipped into it one night when it was dark. I saw Jonah swallow the whale, and I pulled the lion's tail, and I crossed the land of Canaan on a lark. I saw Cain lead little Abel in the glade, and I know the game was poker that they played. I was right there in the shrub when he killed him with a club, and I know it was a diamond or a spade. Well, I'm an uneducated man. I keep my brain within my head, I plan. Well, I've been on earth so long that I used to sing a song while Abraham and Isaac rushed the can. I helped Brigham Young invent Limburger cheese, and I learned Solomon his little ABCs. And I sailed out on the bay with Methuselah one day, and I saved his flowing whiskers from the breeze. Well, I'm an educated man. I keep my brain within my head, I plan. Oh, I've been on earth so long that I used to sing a song while Abraham and Isaac rushed the can.
From 1931, that was Otto Gray and his Oklahoma Cowboys with 4,000 years ago. Otto Gray and his Oklahoma Cowboys were the first nationally famous cowboy western music band in the United States, and their promoter, George Youngblood, used to introduce them by saying, "I wish to say of this bunch of cowboys, they are not only good fiddlers, but can ride or rope anything that has horns, hide or hair," which is quite similar to the introduction to her shows that Adele uses. Or am I thinking of the Birds?
the trouble we're in. Nobody seems to think it all might happen again.
The Byrds with 100 Years From Now, a Graham Parsons composition from the Sweetheart of the Rodeo album. The late great David Bowie recorded several songs about years, so here's a cover version of one of them.
Muito tempo eu fico a viver pelos mares, mergulhando profundo em recifes e corais. Minha missão nesse mundo é pesquisar animais, mergulhando no escuro com perigos reais. E por isso agora que eu cheguei aqui, nada vai me tentar a fazer desistir. Eu não posso dormir com você nos meus sonhos. Já conheço seu doce, seu olhar tão medonho, e é sem ar que eu fico. Há muito tempo eu fico e nunca fico rico. E por isso eu grito, hoje eu te frito. Sobre o mar, o horizonte, fico a admirar no cais. Quando o vento está calmo, tudo fica em paz. Estou nessa trilha e não sei quanto tempo faz. Eu não vejo sentido mais nos meus ideais. E agora que eu fiz um acorde maior pra cantar pra você minha angústia e dor, não me deixe aqui sem carinho e só. Venha viver comigo, venha ser meu amor, porque eu não vivo há 5 years. Quase não vi nada nesses 5 years. Estar no mar azul é meu viver há 5 years. E de norte a sul é minha sina 5 years. Porque eu não vivo há 5 years. Quase não vi nada nesses 5 years. Estar no mar azul é meu viver há 5 years. E de norte a sul é minha sina 5 years. Porque eu não vivo há 5 years. Quase não vi nada nesses 5 years. Estar no mar azul é minha sina 5 years. E de norte a sul é meu viver há 5 years. 5 years. Oh, yeah. 5 years. Oh, 5 years.
That was Brazilian artist Suey Jorge with his version of 5 Years, which, with several other splendid David Bowie covers, appears on the soundtrack to the agreeably quirky Wes Anderson film The Life Aquatic. Time for some rockabilly, and I couldn't resist the title of this next song, The Dirt Behind My Years.
It's over. I fill our world with hurt. I cheated and I lied to you and piled up so much dirt. Now I've lost the only one in life I held so dear. I slowly buried your love in the dirt behind my years. You had every right to leave as far as I'm concerned. You gave all your love to me, got nothing in return. You tried, and I'll bet you cried at least 1,000,000 tears, but they just couldn't wash away the dirt behind my years. You had every right to leave as far as I'm concerned. You gave all your love to me, got nothing in return. You tried, and I'll bet you cried at least 1,000,000 tears, but they just couldn't wash away the dirt behind my years.
The Queen of Rockabilly, Ms. Wanda Jackson with The Dirt Behind My Years, which appears on the regrettably titled album A Woman Lives for Love. Now, after he parted company with the Egyptians, Robin Hitchcock has appeared with a variety of different musicians. Here he is with the Venus 3.
"16 years, and all I got was high. 16 years, I couldn't even look you in the eye. 16 calendars with nothing in the frame. You said you'd pencil me in, but you don't know my name. My name. 16 tons, I was under them. 16 suns hanging on a stem. You hide the money in the bank. The money has no shame. Shame corroded you, but you don't know my name. life, make it be good, good as a train. Once in your life, do what you could, make it sustain. Was high. 16 ways to shrivel up and die. You plagued me for a fool, but I'm the one to blame. I played a pretty mean fool. You don't know my name, my name. Once in your life, make it be good, make it sustain.
From his 2009 album Goodnight Oslo, that was Robin Hitchcock and the Venus 3 with 16 Years. The Venus 3 are noted members of the esteemed rock band R.E.M., who claim to have been influenced by one of Hitchcock's earlier bands, the Soft Boys. The Soft Boys, in their turn, have had no influence that I know of on the marvellous Steely Dan.
Summer, you can see it fading fast. So you grab a piece of something that you think is gonna last. Well, you wouldn't even know a diamond if you held it in your hand. The things you think are precious, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? You've been telling me you're a genius since you were 17. In all the time I've known you, I still don't know what you mean. The weekend in the college didn't turn out like you planned. The things that pass for knowledge I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? I spent a lot of money and I spent a lot of time. The trip we made to Hollywood is etched upon my mind. After all the things we've done and seen, you find another man. The things you think are useless, I can't understand. Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine? Are you reeling in the years, stowing away the time? Are you gathering up the tears? Have you had enough of mine?
Steely Dan with Reeling in the Years and rolling me out of the studio. It feels like I've been in here for years. I hope it hasn't been your experience. You're listening to Radio Lewes, where the music matters. I'm Nick Cooper. Thank you for listening to the Slightly Different Radio Show. Stay safe, sane and healthy, and I'll leave you with a track called Teenage Year, taken from Jocelyn Pook's album Desh. Goodbye.
Radio Lewes. Local community webcasting.